Mass streaming has ruined K-pop music. It's a fact, someone had to say it. Mass streaming surely has its pros and cons. While it boosts a group's visibility and improves chart performances, it has made quality of music in the K-pop industry absolutely irrelevant compared to the numbers. And let's dive deeper into this. Mass streaming is not unique to the K-pop industry as it can be seen everywhere. Fans all across the globe have been doing this to promote their favorite artists and help them set records and win titles. Correct me if I am wrong, but I believe streaming in K-pop started much more recently, as a way to support K-pop groups and help them gain some recognition in the West. While it can be seen as a noble attempt by fans to help their idols reach a larger audience, it kinda seems counterintuitive that they need this validation from the West when K-pop is a pretty self-sufficient industry. Also, mass streaming has several other significant implications that has led to the decline in music quality in K-pop. Mass streaming creates an inflated sense of popularity which is disproportionate and limited to groups with larger fanbases. The focus of the larger companies and popular groups has almost completely shifted to numbers and has resulted in numbers over quality. We have seen a major shift from full-length albums to digital releases as they cost less and instantly gain traction on YouTube and Spotify. Groups have lost their unique styles, concepts, and storylines, and are basically replicating whatever gets attention. This has resulted in almost all recent releases sounding pretty generic and forgettable. An obvious example of this is the debut song of Babymonster. The song was widely criticized for being formulaic and outdated, yet it was the most viewed debut song in 24 hours due to their pre-existing fanbase. Contrasting this to Kiss of Life's debut was appreciated a lot, but it couldn't break any records because of its limited fanbase. This is just an example, but it clearly shows that the quality of music had absolutely nothing to do with the numbers. This leads to my second point of K-pop groups coming from smaller companies getting little to no traction. A lot of very talented groups never get to find a space on the charts because they go widely unnoticed. I am sure this happened before the culture of mass streaming as well, but it has surely become worse. Excessive attention to a few well-established groups has limited the number of opportunities for newer groups and artists to break through in the K-pop industry. Ultimately, the industry runs on money, and if all the revenue goes to the limited 10 to 15 groups, it will never allow newer talent to come in. As a result, a lot of groups from small companies disband within 1 or 2 years of debut due to the lack of funding and support. Another major problem with mass streaming is fan wars and competitions. There is already so much hatred and biases among K-pop fans. And when we add this number game in, it's an absolute shit show. A clear example is the constant fan war between ARMYs and Blinks to get BTS and Blackpink's videos to 1 billion plus views and streams. They keep trying to one-up each other in the attempt to prove which is the biggest K-pop group. It is actually ironic because if you ask me, these songs don't even represent the best of their discography, but anyway. This obsession with mass streaming has made the relationship between fans and idols pretty toxic in my opinion. Since these dedicated fans spend so much time actively promoting these idols, they also feel entitled to their biases' life choices. This has resulted in insane levels of hatred towards idols for the tiniest of mistakes they make. Fans cannot tolerate any criticism towards their idols because they have in fact spent so much of time in their service. This obsession is definitely impacting the mental health of fans and idols alike. Continuous pressure on fans to stream music leads to burnout and fatigue, and often fans lose interest in the music and shift their focus to statistics. Companies have also started to capitalize on these obsessive fans by releasing multiple remixes of the same songs so that fans can stream them more effectively. They even incentivize fans by giving them access to merchandise, fan calls, and other perks. While this may sound pretty harmless, it has actually perpetuated a very toxic relationship between fans and idols. All in all, my only point is that mass streaming has taken the fun out of enjoying music and made it all about numbers. This not just affects the mental health of fans indulging in these practices, but it also hampers the industry as a whole. The quality of music seems to be suffering overall, and many groups go unnoticed because of these practices. I would love to listen to your thoughts on this issue in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.